Hey, what's going on? It's Dan Liu. In this video, I want to talk about whether or not you should have long copy or short copy in your marketing materials. So more specifically, your landing pages, your sales pages, and even your emails. So there's something I heard recently through a book I read called Cashvertising, and it's the idea that length implies strength. So when you have longer copy, it generally tells somebody that, hey, there's got to be more to this, right? There's something about what I'm reading that makes it worth reading, right? So if you write something that's very short, yes, somebody can easily consume it, but at the same time, they don't really find, or they may not find a lot of value out of it. So just because something is a lot longer, right? People automatically and naturally assume that there's more worth to it. There's more value. Otherwise, why would somebody go through all the trouble of writing about this product or service or whatever it is that you're writing for? So not only, does that concept apply, but studies have generally been shown that long copy outperforms short copy. So why is that? When you write longer copy, you have more chances and opportunities to be able to basically sell the product or service or get that person to take whatever action that you want. So when you are addressing objections, when you're educating about a product and service, when you are providing testimonials and adding all these different elements of copy, you have more chances to be able to address, again, somebody's desires, their fears, their doubts, their worries. You can address maybe the pains and problems that they have, versus if you're writing short copy, then it better be laser focused towards your audience, and you better have some great copy skill, right? So even if you're writing long copy, you also need to have great copy skills as well, because if it's long and it's boring, well, then no one's going to read it. So either way, you have to be able to write effectively. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be some sort of copy wizard or a master copywriter, but you have to be able to write in a way that keeps people engaged so that they actually consume your content, especially if it's long copy, which is, what we're working towards here. So when you're creating your sales pages and your landing pages and you're wondering if you should, write a lot or a little, it really depends on your ability to effectively communicate through the written word, right? So if you're not a great writer, writing long form sales copy or a lot of copy may be extremely challenging, and it actually may hurt you. So that's why I stress the importance of using design as a way to complement your copy, and it really helps you take the pressure off of your writing skills, right? Your ability to effectively communicate with people through writing. Writing is not a lot of people's strong suits or strong points. So, for me, I personally believe that when you learn the right design kind of philosophy, and it's really not that difficult, I believe you can become a better designer in a shorter time frame than you can become a better writer. So if you had to choose the two, focus on design and using design to help you convey your messages, right? Because if you're writing copy, it's just a form of communication. It's writing to communicate a message, versus design. It's also communication, but you're using visuals and layouts and other things to help you, and you're not just reliant on your ability to write great copy. So when you're designing, you want to focus on creating an easy and effective way for people to consume the copy, right? And you want to add in images to help complement whatever message you're trying to make, so that if they don't understand what you're trying to say through your words, then the image is going to help them visualize and understand what concept or what you're trying to get across, right? So you've heard it before, a picture is worth 1,000 words. So if you can craft the right picture, if you can use the right image, then why not use that instead of focusing solely on copy, right? And that's, again, part of the design process, is having that balance of both copy and visuals to complement each other and really give you the most effective way of communicating and ultimately getting somebody to take a specific action. If you're based purely on copy and you're writing long copy and you're not a great writer, well, that is really going to be challenging for you. So like we said before, long copy, if you had to choose one or the other, is much better than short. It's been proven to do so, and it also addresses what I said before about length implies strength. So the longer your copy, the longer your sales page, yes, more information that people have to consume, but it also triggers this idea that, you know, it's got to be worth something if there's so much content around it, right? If you have a sales page that is extremely short and limited, you know, people are just they're gonna assume that, oh, this is not worth anything, right? Again, and if the design isn't great, they're gonna assume that as well. So if you have a longer form sales page or even a landing page, people are going to associate that with higher quality. And if you are adding in the right images and the right balance, you're really going to help your ability to convert in that way. So long copy, short copy. I know I kind of went off on a tangent about using design, but I believe that, you know, longer is better. You know, in most cases, you have more opportunities to be able to basically sell your product or service, and making sure that you're not boring people with your copy is extremely important. So like I said, most people aren't great writers, not to anyone's fault. It's a pretty tough skill to be able to write in a way that gets people to take action, but using the right images is really going to help you out. So again, I know I went off on a tangent, but long copy versus short, if you had to choose one, choose long copy. All right. Hopefully that helped you in some way. Again, it comes back to design. I know I come from a designer's standpoint. I know a copywriter will tell you that great copy is all you need. But if you're unsure about your copy, learn how to become a better designer, because it's going to be a quicker skill to learn, especially if you have the right framework. And it could be just as effective as being able to write, if not more effective, because you learn how to use images as well. All right, so hopefully you got some value out of this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.